Adding motion graphics to your videos used to mean you either needed design and animation skills, or you needed to hire someone who did, or spending hundreds of dollars on graphics presets that usually don't give you what you want anyway. But now you can add professional animated headlines, lower thirds, quote cards, and more directly inside the Riverside editor. And the best part is, you don't have to start from scratch. You can choose a motion graphic template, customize the text and design with a simple prompt. So in this video, I'll show you how to use motion graphics in Riverside to make your videos feel more polished, more engaging, and more visually dynamic without needing to open a separate design tool. Now, motion graphics are animated design elements that you can add to your video. So this could be something like a title card, a lower third to introduce your guest, or a call out that helps make a key point stand out. These are the kind of graphics that usually make a video feel a lot more polished and produced. So let's jump into an edit and take a look at how this works. Now, once you're inside the Riverside editor, you'll see the toolbar on the right-hand side of your screen. From here, you can open the Motion tab. This is where you'll find all of the motion graphics templates available inside Riverside. And you'll see that there are a ton of different types of templates depending on what you're trying to create. For this first example, let's say I'm editing a YouTube video and I want to add a quick subscribe or follow graphic near the beginning. I like this one because it has the bell button, so let's get started with this. Once you choose a template, you can edit it with Co-Creator. This is where the feature really becomes useful because you don't have to manually adjust every little part of the design. You can simply describe what you want. So for this follow graphic, I could write a prompt like, update this graphic with the name Riverside, use the handle Riverside FM, add this profile image, and make the bottom color match Riverside's brand style. I'm also going to upload the logo that I want it to use in the profile image. Then Riverside will update the motion graphic based on that prompt. And if it's not exactly right the first time, don't worry, you can keep refining it. For example, I could say make the button more bold, make the profile image larger, or make the animation feel more playful. So if you're not locked into the first version, you can keep working with Co-Creator until the graphic feels right for your content. So after a little bit of tweaking, you can see now that this graphic is updated to what I want. We have the Riverside branding, we have the Riverside logo correct, and it's looking pretty clean. Once a motion graphic looks good, you can add it to your video by just saying add to timeline. After it's added, it appears in your edit like any other visual element. And from there, you can place it exactly where you want it. So if I play this back, I can see our motion graphic. Clearly, it shouldn't be in that massive center of the frame. So let's adjust this and move it into the corner, maybe somewhere right there. And let's make it a little bit big so it's visual to see. Let's see how our timing looks. That looks pretty good. I love the bell button motion. Looks pretty good. You don't want to add motion graphics for the sake of adding motion graphics. You want to use them to help guide the viewer, emphasize important moments, and make the video easier to follow. Now, one thing that's really cool is that you're not limited to only using the templates exactly as they are. For example, let's say I start with a template that has a sound wave animation. So let's go ahead and go back to the Motion tab. And I'm going to find this audio wave that's right here. But maybe I'm not making an audio focused video and I want something more fun and celebratory instead. I can ask Co-Creator to change the design completely. So I could write something like, turn this sound wave into a fun confetti animation and make it feel colorful, energetic, and perfect for a big announcement. Now, instead of using the template exactly how it started, Co-Creator can help transform it into something that fits the moment better. That's what makes this feature feel a lot more flexible. You can start with a template, but you don't have to stay boxed into that original design. You can use it as a starting point and then prompt your way towards something that feels more custom. So now I have my animation. I'm going to go ahead and add it to my timeline. Now we have our fun little announcement confetti animation added to the timeline, and we can change the duration or adjust it, place it somewhere different, however we want to. We can also change the opacity. We can change the corner roundness. We can crop it. We can do a lot of things to make this look more natural. So there's a lot of customization available. And if you add a motion graphic to your video and then realize you want to change something, don't worry, you can still edit it. Maybe the text is too long, maybe the style doesn't quite match, whatever's the problem. You can go ahead and select the motion graphic, make your changes, and keep adjusting it until it fits the edit. So I could make this subscribe panel maybe a little bit bigger. I could give it a shadow so maybe it stands out from the screen just a little bit better. That actually looks really nice. I like that. Let's look at one more quick example. This time, let's say I'm editing an overview video and I want to introduce myself. Instead of just cutting straight into the video, I can use a lower third during the intro. So I'll go back to the Motion tab. Let's go with something simple. I'm going to do this morph identity preset here. So now I can customize this with my name and title. For example, I could change this lower third to say Ben Gleason filmmaker and make it feel minimal and professional. Just something simple. Yeah, this is pretty basic, but I like it. Let's go ahead and add it to the timeline. I'm gonna put it right here at the beginning. So now I have a clean animated lower third that introduces the speaker without needing to build one manually. And again, once it's added to the video, I can place it wherever I need in the first few seconds of the video. So that's how to use motion graphics in Riverside. It's a simple way to add professional animated headlines, lower thirds, quote cards, and callouts without needing design or animation skills. If you wanna try motion graphics in Riverside, you can use the link in the description to get started. And if you want to learn more ways to improve your recordings, you can check out a few videos that I'll link right up here and down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more content just like this. And if you have any questions regarding motion graphics or other features in Riverside, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be happy to answer them personally. Thank you so much for watching, and we can't wait to see what you create.